Sorry, we are back. This has been just an absolute. It's been like a train wreck behind the scenes trying to pull this game together because I know nothing about the system. Fortunately, though, Mike does. So before we get into anything else, I want to tell you that. From this point forward, we're going to go right into the game, no introductions, and be sure to hang out after the game when we will have a quick wrap as we talk about the characters' beliefs, whether or not they were touched on in this piece of fiction that we're about to engage in, what have you. Having said that, my name is Steve. I created the world of Evandale, but that doesn't really matter because this game kind of takes place in the same universe, but not on the same world. So if you are part of the usual crew, you're not going to see too many familiar things here. That's good. So we're going to be learning a whole bunch of new stuff, but this is also a game about the players actually creating the world, the NPCs, their relationships with them, and so much more. So having said that, welcome to Kill City Sinners. I'll turn it over to Kevin.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kevin Adams. I play Kode, and I'm here to let you all know how bad, very, very bad you are for liking technology. Naughty, naughty.
Cody's our Amish friend.
I really look forward to a lot of the shenanigans that we have ahead of you. So.
And who are you going to pass it over to?
That way. That's Erin.
That's me. Hi, I'm Erin. I just got here. I play Haven Callisto, and like every other character, I am honing into my emotions in this one, so I'm really excited to make everybody sad.
Sad? Oh no.
Or mad, or happy. Who knows?
Okay.
It usually just defaults to sad, so, and I will drop it down below.
Hi, I'm Mike. I am playing Dr. Faustus. I don't have long to live, but I'm going to make sure that I do good with the time I have left.
Yeah, we'll find out about that in a second.
Well, I'll do my best to anyway. And I will pass it over to... I did it right this time. I never do it right.
Hey, welcome to the last stop of the Chaos Coaster here. My name is Eric Malavé, and I'm going to be playing Killian Anon Vasquez, your local neighborhood architect this time. So we're going to get into some crazy cyberspace and show the world what it could really be like once you plug it in.
So the action is going to pick up in Killian City. I'll give you guys a little bit of an overview of what that is, but not too much because you at home are also going to be finding out about the city alongside our friends here. For those of you that have been contributing already to the stream in gifting of subs and throwing bits and everything like that, you're going to see some stuff here that's just a little bit changed, but for the most part, hype trains work the exact same way. This game... It typically a +5 to something because you guys have touched on a level 5. So, jeez, thank you for that. That's fucking amazing. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. Because you have touched on a level 5, the entire crew is going to get a +1, +2, +3, +4, and +5 that they can add. However, this game can be completely unbalanced by such modifiers. So, the challenge I put forward to the players is find a crucial moment and a moment where it can your role can be used for something. Having said that, it has to be filled with emotion. It has to be filled with play. We need to see if you're going to add a +1, give me a little bit extra. If you're going to have a +5 to it, whatever state that you're going to be using, really let me see it. Let that impact it. So also there is an advantage and disadvantage to this system akin to 5e, which we have been playing as of recent. And Mike, can you tell us about that? Because typically it's 2d6, but advantage is 3d6, but you're going to take the best 2 dice.
Yeah.
Okay, and disadvantage is the exact opposite. You're going to take the 2 worst dice.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, perfect. So yes, that will be there, and that means that the entire crew right now does have 5 of these glorious things. So yes, so you have that 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you're not familiar with Powered by the Apocalypse, really light rules system, but you'll see that as we get into it. And other than that, here's the setting and really what's going on. You are in Killian City, really also known as Kill City. It does take place in the universe of Evandale, but sometime in the 2600s or so. Major corporations such as the Syndicate absolutely have taken over like 3 galaxies, but our story is only going to concentrate in Kill City and the surrounding areas, but mainly on the people who live within it, and specifically these 4, the friends and the enemies that they make. Life is completely occupied by advertisements like you see here, all sorts of things from corporations. You will hear bullhorns announcing things from corporations, just people in the street, constantly pushing technology, corporate espionage, even though they all answer to the Syndicate. The Syndicate is so far away, it's not even a consideration for most people. Instead, you're going to hear about corporations and what have you. Speaking of, if you want to find out about some of the corporations, head over to the World Anvil for this, worldanvil.com/w/Killian, KILOSYN-city. And you'll begin to see some of the things that we have been creating behind the scenes. And that is going to be our depository for a vast amount of information that the characters are also going to be creating. Having said that, it's cyberpunk. So technology tends to rule the day. Everyone has a nanochip in them of some kind, or neurochip, and this is going to inform them of a world that is not necessarily the real one in front of them. The variant of Powered by the Apocalypse that we're playing is called The Veil, and it's called The Veil for a reason. You're looking through a veil of information and forced communication into an arbitrary world of digital mayhem. So who knows what's going to happen? But our action is going to pick up in a slightly different place. We're going to go a little bit on the low-tech side. We're going to be dealing with life and death. Now, the players and myself have already gone over our own lines and veils, so there are a couple things here that we will not ever really touch, and that is going to be direct harm to children, forced sexual abuse, or what have you. We don't touch on those topics here. They do exist in the world, but it is only meant to really just declare its depravity than anything else. But in this world, technology, it's a sex positive world. It's a technology positive world. And if you don't believe in technology, that's like saying that you don't believe in breathing air. So I encourage everyone here to have a little bit of fun, enjoy it, and let's see where it goes. So players, do you have any questions before we get going? We're all good?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Let's turn up our ears as we find ourselves in an alleyway. So, Aurora Biotech has canceled Dr. Faustus.
Was tweeting too much.
Kill City's Dr. Fauci.
Fake news.
I took a cyber Ambien and I got on cyber Twitter.
So Aurora Biotech has canceled Dr. Faustus. Remotely controlled, the automed pump near his heart stopped working, and his body has started to reject his augmentations. Now, you got a tip from Detail, a trusted citizen ally of yours, who has helped you in the past in tracking down pharmaceutical contraband or what have you. And that Adjacent Labs, whose door you happen to be in front of right now, has a shipment destined for Aurora tomorrow. That means it leaves tomorrow morning. It's now or it's never. Adjacent is a cheaply run subsidiary of Aurora Biotech, one of the rare weaknesses in the corporate structure of Killian City. Without funding to dump into some amped up level 6 security, they're stuck with some base model shit. The scene picks up at a back alley door of Adjacent. It's just you 4. You found it. And if you get caught, you're humped. And Aurora is going to win this day. How do you want to proceed? The world is yours.
I don't know anything about the layout of this place. So either Doc, you've got to lead us blind, or maybe Killian, I don't know if you can get us through some kind of schematics, but we got to go.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be me. I mean, I worked at Gray Steel, and I mean, I never even knew we owned this place.
I mean, I could look over here and see if there's something that I could find. Maybe I'll look at some schematics, something I might be able to pull up here. Let me see if I could search through something through my Neuralink here. Maybe some kind of
You
map
begin
or
pulling
something
it
like
up.
that.
Yeah, you begin pulling it up, and this was an old warehouse that has changed hands many times, but over the past about 6 years or so, Adjacent has now taken it over. It looks like that no requisitions for anything for the city has gone through in terms of renovations or what have you, which would suggest older blueprints might still be working. In that case, you're probably going to go through the door. You're going to find a security cage on the right-hand side. Whether or not anybody's in that, well, I guess that we're going to have to find out. And now, if you continue down the corridor a little bit, you're going to open up some doors and go right into the warehouse. However, there are a couple of storage rooms on the right-hand side on a passage immediately before those doors. You might be able to get down there, but even that hallway opens up into the back end of the warehouse. So you're going to have to travel quiet, but it looks like that there's no cameras or anything like that on the inside. No wonder detail said that this place is corrupt enough to be robbed.
All right. So the good news is it doesn't look as if there's any cameras around. So we should be able to get our asses in there and, make a way around. Bad news is there's a security thing just past this door over to the right. So I don't know, Cody, do you know of any back ways that we can get into here, or is this the only way that we can kind of go?
Do you know about any of the air ducts, chutes, perhaps anything for movement for emergency exits?
Yeah,
because
look that up. Yeah,
there's a lot of exterior electrical work here that if I got my gloves on, I could disrupt, but that's as far as I can help you.
As a matter of fact, when you look up there, you can see that there is a camera, but it has been disconnected. Most likely the wires have been completely ripped out of it. But the wires going into the building are still there, or at least the terminals are, allowing you some access to electricity.
Okay, so there is something going on over there. Look up there. You see the camera? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that was detailed. Maybe he, did some recognizance and, clipped them wires so we don't have to worry about that. I mean, it wouldn't be too problem for us to potentially kind of tap in there and look into things. But, clearly with that, there has to be something up that way.
Got some wire? Yeah, you got it on the spool on your thing. Just hand it to me. I got it.
Yeah.
Just a clip. This is those I touch everything ports. I don't know what the hell is going on here.
Yeah. You should be able to just split the ends there and then make your way through.
Got it. So Cody does a little 1-2 step to the left and the right and uses the centrifugal force to jump off of one wall, off of another corner, and kind of grab on to an overhanging cord and connect to the electrical work while he's just free flowing, letting his legs dangle while the wire connects.
Sounds
I still don't know how he doesn't do that without any cybernetics. It's fucking crazy.
Sounds like that you're rather creative in your approach on this. Would you say that this is an analyze? It sounds like that's what you're trying to do.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a joyful roll.
E6. 9.
Dude, goes off at, does that go off as planned?
So
No, that's right. You get to ask 2 questions, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you get to ask 2 questions on this, my friend. So, as an example, so guys, remember, we're just learning the system, and that's like myself included here. What's my best way in, out, or past this place? How is blank vulnerable to you? Which enemy is the biggest threat? If you were able to tap into that kind of a thing. What, if anything, seems out of place? What's your enemy's true position, etc.?
Okay. Hey, I don't know if this is going to help you with the reverse stuff going on up here, but are you Killian, focus. Can you see? I got limited access here. I'm dangling by my legs here. Come on.
Hey, hold on a minute. Let me check that out there. Am I able to see inside now that he's trying to connect everything for me?
Kevin, you're kind of getting a little bit of goodness there. Kevin, you rolled the analyze. What 2 questions would you like to ask?
I would like to know, does this connect to the greater network in the building? That's my first question.
Okay.
And can it be bypassed from this point? Can the security be bypassed from this point?
Security can be bypassed by shorting it out. There are 3 wires, the one of which is the feed from the camera, which is disconnected already. So you can access it through that. But also, you can probably just short it out.
I'd love to just break this, but I think it's a good idea without frying your brain there. I think if I pull wires, it fries you, Killian. But what do you think? I got 3 things I can pull. You want to see if you can figure out which one it is, or otherwise I'm just gonna rip the whole fucking thing out.
No, you're good.
Wait, hold on a sec. Sorry.
What's going on, Faust?
You said that there's a security pen right by the door, right?
Yeah. Just inside, around the corner.
All right. Faustus is gonna reach up. One of my cybernetic eyes. One of the tags I have on them is detachable. So the way I'm imagining it, he's got like this one that almost like fidget spinner in shape, like this rotating like 3 optic thing.
Okay.
He just kind of like pops it off, and I want to slide it under the door.
Oh shit! Yeah, man. It goes under, and it comes to a nice sliding stop. You hear it, and then you get a like 120-degree view or so. Looking straight up at the ceiling, you kind of like look over to the right a little bit, and you can see that there is in fact a metal cage there. The door is currently slightly ajar. Inside, you can see some blinking lights and what have you up on the ceiling and some of the surrounding walls or on the cage itself. But there's no movement or anything like that inside of the cage. Adjusting it a little bit, you kind of like force your focus, and you kind of can see the top of a chair that remains unoccupied.
Doesn't look like anybody's in there right now.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Hey, coast is clear there. Come on down.
Under the wire, and drop and tuck and roll.
Okay.
There you go.
To answer your question, the 2 wires only give you the electricity, but yeah, that's right. I told you the wire going to the camera gets you in there. I would say that you acted on some of that information, so you're going to get a +1 forward. Mike, can you remind us what a +1 forward is?
That just means, so like for analyze, when you're acting on the information given you by the MC, you take a +1 forward. So since we know that about like the vulnerabilities in the security system, if Kode or somebody else is exploiting that particular vulnerability, when we roll our check, we just take a +1 on it.
But isn't this place run 24/7? I don't understand why there's nobody here. Wouldn't it be 24/7?
I would think that it was 24/7, especially if there's some kind of security there. So, hey, Fausti, do you think there's anybody walking around, or do you perhaps see maybe the body's laying on the floor and that's why he's not in the chair?
I'm not seeing anything, but it could just be a stroke of luck that he's out of the cage at the moment.
Well, hold on. Let me see if maybe I could figure out when they left. All right, hold on a second. I'm gonna turn my blinders on.
Okay.
My blinders are used to search feelings, which instead of searching for people's feelings, I search for the residue of emotions in an area. So it kind of looks like a thermal map, and like the flow kind of like travels in the direction of where people went, or what happened. If there was a struggle, it'll illuminate. That's part of my biooptics or cybernetics. So
Fantastic.
I will search feelings in the room, which is a 8.
It's a what?
So 8.
You don't need to roll unless I ask you.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
So you take a look in there. You kind of close your eyes just for a quick second and kind of tap out into that nebulous void called emotion. You can feel the tension rising within the city. But here within the building, you're just kind of getting the sense of despair. And most of that is distant, probably because the people who are feeling that are somewhat on the other side of the building. But you're not feeling anything local, meaning nothing just on the other side of the door. No fights. Everything just seems to be business as usual. You're only picking up on just a few signatures. You guys did choose a good time of the night to head in.
All right, I'm seeing a lot of like yellow. I think it's fine. It's not. It's kind of tense in here, but like late night kind of thing. No one's been here for a bit.
I wouldn't be surprised if a place. I mean, I don't even remember this place from like looking through our corporate ledgers for subsidiaries. I wouldn't be surprised if their security guard was just one of like the warehouse workers that they pay overtime to stay late.
I mean, all the better, Doc. We gotta go get that shit.
Let's try to make our way in here then. Killian's gonna attempt to just push the door open at first, or use whatever kind of knob or structure if he's unimpeded to enter.
Not a problem. It's an old school knob. It's like one of those, turn things. However, it does seem to be locked.
All right, seems to be locked here. Shit, I mean, look into this thing. Is this one of those old school ones, or is this something that I might be able to get into? Let's see here.
Seems purely mechanical. They don't even have a budget for electric locks here.
Let me take a look.
Yeah, this is one of those old school joints. It might be something that you need to, actually, use a little bit of the digits there to get into.
Yeah.
As soon as they say mechanical, Steve, Kode is just going to pull the bolt portion of the lock of the door out, just right out.
Okay.
And that should pull out the locking mechanism, and then he's just gonna delicately slide it out.
Do you have a move or anything like that you're using?
It's just my power.
Okay.
This is we're in an alley where if we get caught, it's a problem. Then we're not moving fast enough.
Yeah,
and talking about technology to the lock doors, I'll just skip it.
Okay. There's a slight crunching sound. The handle simply comes off on the cylinders there.
And just pull it out from there. It's open now, by the way. My man, can we go inside, please?
Yeah.
Can we go inside?
Yeah, it certainly has sustained enough damage. Describe how you're doing this.
As soon as I pull the doorknob out and the lock mechanism kind of shuffles and falls apart when you pull apart the second little nailed portion, especially for most mechanical locks, I just put my finger in the door and let it open. See if that does it.
Our scene now shifts to inside the hallway, looking at the door from the inside. The security cage is on the left side, and it's empty. As the door opens, neon lights flood from the outside in and across the floor. Dr. Faustus, your eye lies on the ground.
Yeah, I kind of shift my big, heavy, tattered overcoat so it's hanging fully over my right side, and with my left hand just scoop that eye up. A little bit more of organic squish than you'd expect from a cybernetic going back in place. But all right.
Looking at you, you can see that there is yet another defunct camera staring directly at the door. Now, off to the left of the camera is that hallway that Killian had described. So, off to your right is the security cage. On your left, just an ordinary wall. That opens up, or rather ends in two double doors that open up to the warehouse. You can hear the beeps of the various movers and other stuff like that. Your only direction is go straight into the warehouse, or turn right, go down, and take a look inside the security cage, or anything else you want to do.
Yeah, as soon as the doors put open, Killian's gonna reach behind his back, underneath his cropped black and brown leather jacket, and pull out his kinetic handgun. And he's gonna say, "I'm gonna look at the cameras real quick. I'm gonna go see if there's anything going on at that security cage before we go on, just in case something's actually connected. Maybe we can get some eyes in the sky." And he's gonna try to make his way towards that direction.
Yeah, you do. You go into the cage, you mean, right?
Yeah.
It literally is. As soon as you open up that door, you take a step in, the cage is right there.
Yeah, I'm going to try to make my way in and see if there's actually any kind of cameras still currently active.
As a matter of fact, the chair itself looks like it had been recently used. That is to say, there's no dust or grime in certain areas, like where the guy's ass was or whomever.
I was about to say, I touched the seat. Is it warm?
It is not warm. No, it is cold. The seat itself is just simply cracked from age. But more to what you were looking for, a variety of monitors. You see some digital static on the screens. There's only one camera showing, and it's showing on the insides of a warehouse. However, 5 other cameras look like that they've all been disabled or simply not functioning.
I'm gonna, as Killian's standing there, he begins to try to bypass some of the encryption and coding, try to see, through some back doors if he is able to get them back up or if they're truly disconnected, like from the wires, like the ones were outside.
Yeah, you take a look. You try tracing everything, and it looks like the network itself is still intact, but the cameras themselves are not answering any requests for information.
Okay, so the cameras aren't relaying any information, so I'm assuming that they're all disconnected the way that they were outside. The juice is still going through, so we're blacked out in here. It's good to go.
All right. Either these guys aren't paying for their their security system subscription, or we might be the second partners to this dance. So just keep an eye out.
Yeah, Digital might have had some people come through and clear the way before we got here. So, let's make good on that work and try to get ourselves moving here.
Let's move fast.
So
I'm gonna draw my handgun as well.
okay, you begin to head into the warehouse. The air is a little bit on the cool side. It's been raining now for like the 5th day straight. Already puddles have made their way into these various hallways, and the leaking roof above is certainly not helping it at all. You start going down the hallway. You can still hear the beeps of machinery and other things like that just on the other side of a very thin but old drywall. Some old ancient like aluminum framing still exists. They haven't even updated this building in that long. That corresponds with your recent findings. There's been no requisitions for any kind of modification. You continue going down the hall. You can see that there is a door slightly off, well, not slightly, completely off hinge, leaning up against the wall. You're free to pass by it, but it looks like that this whole thing has been simply removed. A deadbolt hangs out of the door, and you can see that the door jamb itself looks like that the door was literally ripped off of its hinges, with the deadbolt still in place in the door, damage done to the wall necessarily. But before you venture beyond this, do understand you're going to be coming into another hallway, the same direction, but this wall is not going to be solid. You will now be exposed to the inner workings of the warehouse. Just peeking around the corner, you can see 2 or 3 workers, estimate about 15-20 feet away. Their backs are to you. Up ahead on the right-hand side, however, are supply cages. You see 3 doors lined up, one right after the other.
Hey, Techies. I got a question for you. You said you didn't detect anybody else up in here?
I mean, not in the cage.
Cause this don't look right. This don't look right at all. I think we're late. We're late to the party. I mean, I'll go with you, but I gotta make sure I got a quick way out because if those big boys start coming and knocking down the door with all that fancy bullshit.
Well, it's one of the 2 things. It's either A, they're coming to get the product that we're looking for ourselves, or B, or number 2, they were protecting the product that we're looking to attain.
Well, then let's walk and talk. Let's go.
There's no recent activity in this hallway other than a couple of dried mud and what have you from the alley on the outside, probably from the workers who had come through this door and locked it behind them. When you first step into this new section of the hallway, you do again realize you are exposed to being seen on the left side. So far, you're good. Now, you have 3 doors. You can see the contents of these cages easy enough. Each cage is like 10 by 10, if not 10 by 12. 10, 20, 30. A door in the middle of each of them. Taking a look at the first one, you can see that there's some tools and other things like that. The door next to that seems to be some labeled shipments or some crates. That seems to fit your description. And 3 is too far away for you to understand what's in it.
Well, the schematics that I was looking at previously didn't really give us any sign as to what direction we should go into. So I either divide and conquer here and stay on, calm communication, or we all just hit one spot and kind of sweep through.
Listen, the first sign of trouble, I'm booking it. Like I'm barely here for most of the shit that we got going on. I got mouths to feed, so.
Hey, Cody, I hear that, but not for nothing, man. I mean, Faustus is right here, and this is what we're looking for after all, man.
So it's on you. Not saying it should stick together.
No.
But
nobody listen. Hey, nobody's going to jail or dying because of this. No, I mean, if it comes down to it, get the hell out of here.
Heard, loud and clear. But let's get you fixed. I don't want you dying before we make it to the next door.
Yeah, man, we got to get your ass right before we start doing things there, Faust.
We now change to one of the other defunct cameras in the warehouse. If it had eyes, it would see the various workers directly below it and in front of it a little bit, but more importantly, to us, are the 4 figures that are entering in a hallway behind a gate in the distance. Not enough light is shining on them to be really seen by anyone there in the warehouse, but the glint of silver here and there does shine off of whatever it is that you might be wearing. Having said that, the warehouse workers look tired, depressed, the same kinds of emotions that Haven had picked up on before. A dull blue light blinks on one end, shining whatever kind of misery it can on whatever end of the warehouse that happens to be on. But near you, no lights. You seem to be okay for the most part. Door 1, 2, or 3. I forget what you said, sorry.
No.
Door 1 is the closest.
That sounds good to me.
I was about to say, Haven, you getting any emotions around one door more than the other? Door 1?
All I'm feeling is just a sense of tired. Everyone's fucking tired.
All right, might as well start here at door 1, being that's right in front of us.
The good thing about people who is tired is that they don't really give a fuck about what's popping around them, so.
Okay.
Let's go.
You take a look at the door. It's locked. All of them are locked, in fact.
Not a good idea for me to do all the bells and whistles I did before, so somebody else got a means of getting in here.
Yeah, let me take a look. I'm gonna toss back my coat and pull out my cybernetic arm that is in no way sleek or stylish or sexy. It like the struts that you see like stage lights on, that sort of like 2 bars with the little bars going like triangles in between them.
Yeah.
Imagine like a triangular one of those that goes down to an elbow and then a forearm that ends in like a big like 3-fingered claw.
Perfect.
But the tag I have on it is storage. It has my like surgical equipment in the forearm, so I think I pop out like a small like cauterizing laser and try to just go to work at the locking mechanism.
You do. You spend a little bit of tense moment working on that, and you realize that there's a couple of weak points in here, probably the screws or whatever, but either way, whether it's the faceplate that comes off or you manage to stick it inside of a keyhole and melt out a couple of different parts, there is, after about a minute or so, some freedom. The door opens up slightly.
What do you see?
Yeah, I kind of poke my head in.
Yeah, so again, these are storage cages. You can see in from the outside as well. In this one, it seems to be mainly tools, maintenance equipment, and other things like that. The
Is there anything in
second
it that might be of use to us?
potentially. I mean, there's definitely some equipment in here that are unrelated to the mission at hand, but some things that could potentially help you in the future. Tell me what you're looking for, and I'll tell you if it exists.
No, more specifically, like I wasn't sure if that particular storage area might have had like a janitor's class where it had some keys or anything of that nature. But if it's just like regular tools and objects, I would just bypass it.
Okay. Yep. Then you go over to the second door. Dr. Faustus, are you going to try doing the same thing?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. That seemed to work so far. You, go over to the door. It's like... There's a slight, like, burning smell that's rising from the lock as you begin carving a hole out of the key area, even through the you're trying your best, And then finally, this one takes a little bit longer, like 90 seconds or so, but finally you're able to get through. The door swings, well, it's a little bit loose. It kind of swings open a little bit. Just as a reminder, this is the second cage and seems to have some labeled packages or crates within it.
Yeah, I immediately start looking for labels that would mark things as like pharmaceutical.
Absolutely. In fact, one of the ones directly in front is labeled Aurora Biotech.
All right.
Hey, that's a good sign.
Yeah, I just gotta like absently tap it with a claw as I go to look at the others.
This is the one?
Yeah.
All right, we're getting out of here after this, right? I'm walking right over to it. I'm getting ready to like place my heels, drop low.
You got it. So the crate itself, there's actually about 5 or so separate crates, or most of them are like wooden or some kind of plastic that you see.
Steel.
Yeah, it's like that kind of crap. You can see like you'd have to turn a handle and then the latch then flips open and there's like a keypad and what have you on there. One of them, however, has a small piece of paper sticking out of it. You see it's actually like a plasticine. And it seems to be coming directly out of the lid. And there are 4 numbers on it, 5432.
Hey Doc, I'm gonna. I guess we'll be out here like this.
5432 doesn't mean anything to me from my time.
No, but there is a keypad to unlock this particular crate.
I mean, I try punching in 5432. God, these guys are stupid.
Or lazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Be surprised. People don't rely on their memory. They rely on all those data pads all the time for fucking everything. So.
Hey, listen, we would have came up with an algorithm way better than 5432.
I wasn't calling you out. You said
it
it.
Sounded a little bit like it.
Ladies, come on.
Thank you.
You're right. You're right, Doc.
You flip it open, and in there you can see about a 6-year supply of immunibutol. That is the drug you need.
Yeah.
Shit, I haven't seen that much immunibutol in a long ass time. Holy shit. There you go, Doc.
Okay,
Supposed to go to a hospital or something?
who cares? Let's count it later. Take what we can.
Got it. Heard.
Haven,
Yes.
as you marvel at the scene and the supply as you guys get ready to leave, you just take a quick peek across the way into cage number 3. Again, they're all cages. You see right through them. In there, on the back shelf of the shelf is up against the wall that you happen to be looking at, you could see 3 boxes. Each of them are labeled as Automed pumps. Brand new. And a slight upgrade from whatever Dr. Faustus currently has.
Should have picked door number 3. I'm just gonna go mosey on over there.
So you come out of that cage, you walk down the hall, and you go over to door number 3. It's locked.
I'll try my luck at. Does it have one of those old school?
It's a faceplate with like a keyhole in it.
Hey, you guys give a fuck if I take this outside, cover it up so we can make the full trip?
No, go ahead.
All right. And I'm walking off.
Yeah.
No, hold on. We got better stuff over here.
Well, then get it. I'll be right back to get the other cases.
It's locked. I've never done this shit before.
Oh shit.
I have people to do this.
All right.
Do you want to wait? Do you want to? Click. Do you want a hand?
I mean, yeah, you'd like to take a look at this. This is a huge upgrade from what you've got.
What is it?
Yeah.
That shit's supreme. Hey, yo, you need to get that, Doc.
Cody's walking out.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Cody has like the year's supply of immunibutol, so that should be good.
Killian is going to stay in that hallway in between where Cody's walking out, and then around that corner where he saw those people, just to make sure that they don't intercept.
So
I'd rather trying to intercept anybody who may be coming to get Cody if they see him.
They no, you look back down the hallway. It's the exact same one that you came down, and there's no one there in the hallway itself, and no additional lights have been turned on.
I do everything at running speed.
Can you give me a joyful, please?
Gladly. I like that.
You seem nice and aware, so we're gonna go with joyful for the.
All
Cody's
right, that's
skipping down the
Xbox.
hall.
I got the drugs. Hey, 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 hey.
7. Oh, so I add whatever I have in it.
Yep.
To.
Yep.
Okay, so 8.
You have an 8. Okay.
Yeah.
And do keep in mind the chat has been really, really nice in giving us a +1 through 5.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Would you want to use that at all or no?
Can I use +2?
Yeah. You want to make that a 10? Yeah, that's all. That's all you need to do, right?
Yeah,
so
so make it +10.
nice and easy.
+2.
Yeah,
okay.
you're walking down the hall, and you turn around the corner. You start heading towards the exterior door, and you can hear, "Nah, the last I saw her, she wasn't coming over here. What the fuck? I don't know." No, sounds like someone is standing outside, talking to another person.
I'm actually going to mouth that, and I'm going to place the cart behind the door
Okay.
and stand on top and see if I can place myself up like gargoyled over the door. Because if I got to put somebody to sleep, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, man.
But-
No, you managed to scurry up on, and mind you, on the left-hand side, you do have that cage, so plenty of holes for you to lock feet and fingers into, and whatever. Right side, drywall, a little bit more difficult.
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah,
you
yeah.
kind of press your fingers in a little bit and get a good grip. So yeah, you climb up. It sounds like that you're all prepared. But meanwhile, back in front of door number 3.
Yeah, like honestly, these things are great. You could use them. I seal blood veins. I seal like internal bleeding, locks,
Doc,
toast.
Yes or no?
Your
Yes
stuff
or
is
no?
full of shit. You need to change it.
Yeah,
Quit
no,
it.
you're
Quit
right.
your shit. Let's grab it and go. If not, we can use the fucking creds. You can use it for your people back over there at the tent camp. It's a win-win.
Yeah.
It's a win-win. It's all creds. Come on. It's all
I'm
creds.
gonna ignore that you said tent camp. Let's go. Somebody open it.
Yeah, I'm going at it with the surgery tools.
Sure thing. Killian, behind you, these workers inside of the warehouse that you're adjacent to are just repeating the exact same routine. They pick up a crate here, they move it down there. They pick up and they just return. They continue to do the same thing. Every now and then you hear the whoosh of some kind of a delivery vehicle overhead, way above the warehouse. Those sounds, however, are not masking the footsteps which are coming closer to you.
Shit, there's somebody coming.
You turn around. You can see one of the workers, heads down, rubbing eyes, standing within 15 feet of you, facing. Now, they are coming up to the solid wall section of the hallway, standing next to the beginning of the cage, 10 feet away from them, the door to the warehouse through that cage-like wall. You guys are on the other side of all of that. If he were to simply open his eyes and look to the left, you 3 would be there. What are you doing? Well, you remain silent. So completely frozen in action. This guy you see him. He brings his hand up and he starts punching in some numbers into a keypad just on the other side.
I want to shoulder surf him real quick as he's punching in those numbers. What did he punch in? Force a habit.
So he's on the other. All right. So very good question.
Ooh.
You're in a hallway.
Okay.
Okay. He's on the other side of that.
He's on the far side of the hallway?
No. Here. Yeah.
So he's just across the hallway.
No. Hold on. He's adjacent to you. Okay. Here. I'll sketch this out. I didn't think I was going to need a map. Hold on. Cool. Okay. Do. All right. And solid wall, and broken door. Okay. Cool. So. Here is door. Oh man, I'm like my old school mapping days. Okay, cool. So here's what we have. All right. Hold on, can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Kinda. Okay. So what you have here are the 3 cages, 1, 2, and 3. This is the hallway that you originally came down. This is a solid wall right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When you came into cage number 1. and then you came into cage number 2, and then and now you're on 3. This is the door leading into the main warehouse, and you can see right through this wall because the whole thing is just a cage. Yep. He is standing right here, punching in a code. Somewhere.
Okay. So I could see him, but
yeah, exactly. And he's over here, or you guys are over here.
Oh, so if he punches the code and makes it through, he's gonna.
All he has to do is just look to his left a little bit, and he'll be able to see you guys.
Tuck your ass in the cage.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What do you? All right, hold on.
Tuck their asses into the cage, and like the cage that we're in.
Yeah.
Or the number 3, we go into cage number 3.
Yeah.
And try to duck down.
Okay.
Yes.
Dr. Faustus, you have been working on the lock to get into cage number 3. Took you a little bit of time and a little bit under pressure to do this.
I think if I'm still working on it when Killian says into the cage, I think instead of going the subtle lasering route, I'm just gonna crunch whatever's left of the locking mechanism with my big claw.
Okay.
Manifesting my my gift to become unnaturally strong.
Okay. That's awesome.
As per my playbook, means I have to roll my symptoms.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh no.
What'd you get?
I got a 3.
Oh god.
So when I'm saying, so Steve, if I say, is that a fail?
Oh yeah, that's a fail.
Okay, so as I say in, and I hit it, and he fucks it up.
I do it. Failing on that roll means that my symptoms manifest in a major way.
Describe this if you don't mind.
Yeah. So my current symptom that I have selected is that my body is rejecting cybernetic implants and/or my neurochip. Oh wait, never mind. I forgot. Rolling symptoms. I want to roll low. Sorry. Apologies. A 3 on that is the best I could have possibly done. I have a +1 to symptoms. Sorry, I apologize. Because I'm looking at trigger, the move that I take when my symptoms happen. On a 10 plus, I take 1 harm and take 2 of the big side effects. On a 6 or below, I get no issue.
Fuck yeah.
So you're fine.
I'm good. I'm chilling.
So with a crunching sound, this guy, he's in the middle of he's punching it in again, and he hears a rending of metal, like about 20 feet, 15 feet that way, and goes, "Hey," and he's so tired. He's trying to register what the fuck is going on. What are you doing? He punches in the code one more time, and the door leading into that area opens.
Right. As soon as that happens, I go, fuck, and I hit a portion of my head. My eyes get red, and what I do is I do my skill called "There Is No Spoon." So basically, what I do is I digitize the 0s and 1s of the veil that I can see that that most people can't, because I realize that we're in an augmented reality, and then basically these 1s and 0s appear in front of me, and like a gate, I go and try to flush it to make it. I try to mirror what we saw as the door in between. So we're sandwiched in between an illusion of the door and the real door. I just try to manifest it right in between us.
So this guy's neurochip. All right. So So he experiences this reality. That's going to give him some pause. What do you need to roll for that?
That's a thing that I do because it acts as armor for us. So if for some reason we get attacked from this, we also get a +1 because I manipulated the reality and I basically took the digitized energy and I manifested it with the 1s and 0s in front of us.
Mike,
so
teach
it's just
me.
Pooling the energy to create this essentially like an armored wall.
That's fucking awesome.
But I could just manipulate the way that it looks.
That's awesome. Mike, anything in addition that needs to happen here?
No, I got very lucky on my symptoms just
awesome. So,
just to put in perspective how bad it could have gone, one of the things, even if I rolled a 7 to 9, Steve, you choose, and it's either I pass out, I lose control over blank, one of my symptoms manifests in a big way, or I lose track of blank. Well, so I very much could have just crunched open that lock and then just been like, all right, good night.
Yeah, not a problem. This guy starts heading to the door. Killian, your eyes turn red and the veil is complete. Everything just happens. You all see the altered reality that this guy is now also seeing. He begins to react, but not before we turn back to Kode. Kode, you're up there in the ceiling. The guy has opened up the door a little bit, enough for him to walk through if he were to walk around the door. So he didn't open it up all the way, maybe at about a 45 degree or so. You can hear him. He's talking through his headset or whatever. Well, he's talking through his I have to get used to this. Cyberpunk, there's probably an internal fucking microphone. So he's just talking, and you now understand that he's in some kind of a remote link with someone. Mike, what was that about Link?
Oh, Link. So it's a special move. When you introduce a new NPC to the game by name, look, and outlook, decide how you know them and feel about them, and roll. On a 10+, the relationship is in good standing. On a 7 to 9, it's strained or frayed in some way, and they have one obligation on you. On a miss, in addition to what the MC says, they also have one obligation on you.
Okay, so we're going to try something here. Kode, roll 2d6.
Oh no, it's your buddy.
7.
Your best friend.
So on a 7, it's strained or frayed in some way, and they have one obligation on you. You know this guy. He steps through. You're looking straight down at him. This is somebody that you've had to cross in the past. His name is Taylor. You've had to get into his good graces through some stuff that you've had to do in the past. Would you mind describing why you would owe him an obligation?
He likely, depending on the how much authority he has within our social circles, he likely was responsible for the blueprints above the club being lost in corporate swaps,
Okay.
as people fight off of property in the area in which
And that's
I
where
live.
you live, yeah.
Yeah. So he probably is one of the guys who overlooked some digital paperwork that allows us to be there in the floor plans.
Well, he's directly below you. How do you want to handle this?
He doesn't see me, so I'm here.
Okay. Well, he continues to talk, and it seems like his conversation is more fixed around the delivery of something or the picking up of something. Why someone from your district is down here near the pit is a little bit sus. Having said that, I don't. Hold on. Wait. No. What are you talking about? No, we can't go down that route. No, I'm not gonna. I'm at the fucking. You can see where I'm at. Hold on. Look, I'll show you everything. And he starts like looking around, and he looks into the cage. He goes, "Yeah, I don't fucking know why all the cameras are dead. No, they just. Hello? You guys now hear a voice. Hello? Just as the wall now goes up, and you can hear just on the other side. This guy, you can see through the veil a little bit, and his augmentations are not allowing him to pass through this reality. What are you guys doing in front of that third cage?
Can we go around this? Can we? I don't know. What would Kode do? Is there a vent that we can crawl through? Something.
Look behind us. Is there anything?
Yeah, I'm looking
inside that we can move through.
The only way out is the way that you got here, or you can go out. Well, no, because you put up a wall.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
This guy's going to start tinkering with it, and he's adjusting his augment so that he can be able to get through this.
How many are there? Like 2?
One.
The guy out.
There's only one. It's only this guy right here.
Did we hear the one guy say hello?
You're about to.
Oh shit. All right. All right. Drop it.
All right. Instantly drops.
Bend. And I'm going to cast Sling
Okay. Oh,
And-
okay. Cast,
This is a
use.
lot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's well, I don't know the verb to cat. Like
Yeah,
I
I
just go
guess.
Execute.
Execute. There you
Execute,
go.
Dot .exe, baby.
Oh, so this one is a little chaotic. When I tap into and expel the flow within you, roll plus flow, and
Okay.
you can spike out an emotion of your choosing in all of those present. Oh, so everybody is gonna feel this, but I really am very concerned about the one person. Yeah, so Bend, I'm going to execute submissive.
So, okay, give me a roll plus flow.
Okay. I actually don't know what my flow is, so I'll just roll something, 2d6. I'm still learning. Roll 5.
You got a 5?
I got a 5, but
You got
do we
pluses?
have? Yeah, do we have pluses? How many do we have to spare?
You personally have a +1 through 5. Thanks to the
Begin the
chat.
game with 0 flow.
Hmm?
I'm looking at your playbook. So you have 0 to start, and when you absorb emotion spikes as well as the interface for your ability. When you absorb spikes, you get flow.
I don't know how to absorb spikes.
It's one of the moves you could take. Is absorb.
Oh.
It's all right. Let's just get through Sling
Okay.
first. All right, so 2d6, and you got a 5 on that?
Yeah, it's an organic 5. I'm gonna add 2 to it.
A 5, it looks like that. Are you going to add a 2?
I'm gonna add 2 to make it a 7.
Okay. All right, so choose one of the following. So you could spike out an emotion of your choosing in all of those present. You can exclude someone from your sling. You can avoid suspicion or notice, or inflict 1 harm. It's an area effect, and everyone who's close to you, which is this crew, would get it.
Yeah, so I mean, if everyone's gonna get it anyways, I'm not gonna do the spike out an emotion in all those present. So I'll do avoid suspicion or notice. So
Okay.
yeah, okay. So it's going. I kind of just do like as soon as the binary drops, I'm just going to say bend to and oh, I'm sorry, guys. What are you doing here? This is a health inspection. You're not supposed to be here. This is for closed members only.
Okay, let me give you the results of your sling first. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you are trying to avoid suspicion or notice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you do that. He looks at the wall for a second, lets it drop. Here's the beeping of one of the powered lifts. Turns around for a second, looks at it confusingly, and just starts walking back to it.
Oh, fuck that! I don't even need to pretend to be anybody. All right.
We're the health inspect.
No, he's gonna do his job, and we're gonna do ours now. So I'm sorry about this. Let's go. So
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay. You managed to get into wait, you're leaving or going into the
I was
cage?
about to say, is there any way that if they don't grab one, is there any way that Killian can grab at least one?
Yeah, you can grab
Yeah,
all
like,
three if you
so-
want.
they
If
don't grab
we're,
it-
if we're in the cage,
Yeah, because we're still in front of the cage, right? We were in the cage, right?
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's what
yeah,
I'm
the
saying.
doctor
So if you
crunched
guys
the
don't grab
lock.
anything, I'm gonna at least grab one before we bounce. But if we're grabbing a couple, then that it is what it is. I'm just making sure that there's at least fucking one leaving with us.
Yep, not a problem. So you see the 3 heart pumps there. You can grab all 3 if you want and yeet yourselves out. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's when you hear hello coming from down the hallway.
You fucking kidding me?
And then back to Cody. Cody.
Parkour. Parkour.
Straight down on him. Okay.
Yep. I will burn one of my humanity points that I have in order to leave no trail or trace behind as I drop down with the item and just fucking I'm gone.
So you yeet out and
Yep.
Oh, dude! Oh no!
He said
Oh no!
He gave the warning.
Not a problem.
When he opened the door and he's like, "Look, I'm looking here." What happened was I just said, "Swoop!" It's right up under the door and out, gone.
So, all right. Well, Zen just found out that there's a new channel point redemption down below for 10,000. He can fry the circuits, fry all of the cybernetics on an individual for 30 seconds. So that happened just as you ended up dropping down. You got yourself out, and then you hear, yeah, hold on for a second. You guys now look back down the hallway. You have everything in hand. You don't know where Kode is, but you can see someone looking right at you guys, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh, fuck! Oh, shit! And you can see like sparks and shit coming out from his system. You guys only have 30 seconds.
Go.
If he starts shorting, then sprinting out fast.
Okay.
Sprint out past him.
Yeah, you guys end up bowling directly into him. He slams up against the wall. It's like, motherfucker, down! Shit! All you hear is a string of curses. You head out into the alleyway.
As we run out, I just shout, "Neon Scorpions, bitch!"
Come on, boys, motherfucker.
Dude, that was awesome. Kode, there's a clamor of energy busting through that door. All of a sudden, it gets swung wide open, bangs up against the wall. You can hear a little bit of commotion in the warehouse, but more importantly, your three friends come busting out with like 3 head-sized boxes in their hands.
Wheels up, we're moving.
All right. Hey.
Cody's just gonna whistle down, way down the block, like opposite way, like over here.
Getaway car. Where's the getaway car?
What do you mean getaway
Walked
car?
here.
I walked here.
Oh my god. These fuckers are killing me.
Well, if you guys took a car here, then say it.
Nope, I walked here.
I walked here. I don't have a car.
I'll say that completely. Dude.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, well, you guys managed to get out and back out into the city streets. Meanwhile, but by the way, we can say that there's like a single building or something like that near the pit, just on the outskirts of that district. If you want, you guys can claim that as yours and then go back over there.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
cool.
think we have a hideout.
Alrighty. Yeah, I wouldn't see why the sinners wouldn't. Sure. You end up going through the city, through the bustling city, but meanwhile, the scene now changes just a little bit. Here we see an individual in front of a series of screens, looking at them carefully. He zooms in on 4 individuals running through the streets. He hits a button on a comm. Screens begin to change. He then taps his temple just for a second, looks around, taps into the screens a couple of different places, snaps his fingers, and the 4 of you hear a voice. Hey, guys, how'd you do? Did you manage to get it? You recognize the voice. It's Detail.
Detail, yeah, we got the shit, man. We're good. We actually found some hard pumps as well when we were in there.
Oh, okay. All right. See, it's if you make it back my way, I might be able to do something with those. If you're not going to use them, I might be able to sell them off or something like that. Either way, you guys have a UCU unit straight right down the road on the right-hand side. You're going to want to cut through that alley that you're in front of right now. If the urban control units get you, you're humped.
Done.
Go for
I don't think I even let him finish. Yeah, so as soon as he says UCU, I'm like, all right.
Yep. You guys end up ducking down an alley, and there's a small whirring. Actually, that sounds like a very loud whirring sound. You can see a drone. It's tiny. This thing is directly above you, but I mean, it's like 200 feet above the alley and whatnot. That's details. You already get that.
Oh, good.
He guides you back. Every now and then this thing comes down, shines a light on you into the camera, and then zooms off again. But then he also steers you away from the many billboards, which also can perform facial recognition. He gets you through the city back to where it is that you need to be, until finally you manage to get back safely to your place.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, Killian.
Yeah.
I said you had something for the heart. We didn't let Dietz know exactly how many you had, right? What's the? Can you read the serial off of that? I gotta check something.
Yeah, of course I can read the serial over that.
Because
Looking at the pieces there, it looks like there's a DZH3720.
the DZ series. I don't know if that'll fit. You mind if I grab one of those and we just don't talk about that? The deets.
I mean, I don't fucking care. I really just wanted it for Faustus. I figured, the other ones are gonna be, scrapped for some fucking cred anyway. Like, I mean, are y'all okay with that? I mean, I'm
fine.
good with that.
Yeah, this was an unexpected bonus. So
Cody?
We could hook one of these into you, homie. Yes.
yeah, that's the plan.
Cody, you seemed a little bit scared in that moment. Would that be a fair assessment?
Yes.
Give me a scare check.
Is high good?
High is very good.
Oh, 9.
Okay. You open up one of the boxes, and it's the serial number that Killian had read off to you. That's one that you were handed. No problem there. However, you take a look at the underside of the unit now that you take it out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
It has an extra piece. There's a locator chip on it.
No, we gotta keep moving. There's no stopping. Let's move right now. Let's move right now.
Wait, why? What happened? What?
Cody grabs this piece. Check to see if this is on any more of them. I'm going to the nearest long hall that exists, and I'm getting ready to pitch.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
All right, I'll check the other ones.
Hold on a minute. Wait. Is that a locator? Is that what the fuck
Yep.
it is? Let me see.
Yep.
Come here. Let me see it. I'm gonna try to see if there's any way that I could tap into its binary codes. Because what I do is IT, and I can see if I can override this chip here to not only make it look like it's moving and has exited this area, but then once I would say it's within 5 miles away from where we are, that's when I want the coding to end, as if it died out about 5 miles away from where we're at right now. So I want it to move. I want to try to see if I'm able to manipulate it to have that GPS signal move and then die about 5 miles away.
Oh, from this point forward. Okay, so right,
because like I understand that it stops. So if somebody's tracking it right now, they'd be able to track the fact that it stops. What I want to do is try to crack into it to make the GPS, just by its coding, seem as if like have it, basically manipulating the energies of the binary code of the veil that I know exists around me to have those 1 and 0s flip and move throughout the city in a particular direction, even though we're still holding on to the piece. Because what I essentially want to do is to kill that, if it's possible, the tracking device.
Okay, so
I want it to kill once it's a distance away.
So it sounds like that you're trying to use reconfigure. Is that about right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Give me a roll, guys. Remember, every time that you roll a state check, put down, cross up one of your spikes.
So which one am I doing there?
For this, let's see. Describe, give me some emotion. What do you think is going to happen here? Would you say that you're a little bit on the scared side?
Honestly, I'm on the scared side here.
Go ahead and roll scared.
Yeah, I want this. Yep. Okay, so that's actually still good. We're at a 10.
Goblin about to raid us. Wow, that's awesome.
Oh, hey.
You got a 10?
I mark up a spike regardless, right? Yeah. So there, I get no bonuses to that because I have a 0 in that, but I got a 6 and a 4 for a 10.
Wow, you have a 10.
Nice.
Holy crap. Dude, so you did not suffer any feedback whatsoever. The change is not noticed, and your subconscious stays repressed. In other words, it's not going to leak through. You tap into this thing, and you're like, yeah. It knows that we were here, but it's now back on the move. You sent out a false signal on that thing. Now it's useless. You already sent the instructions up to the veil, so it's as a matter of fact, you even put a nice little timer sequence on that.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I overrode it with some of the iSwatch security binary coding that I know. This drone is acting like it's about 5 to 10 miles down the fucking road before it dies itself out. So we're good.
Is that forever? Can we use that still?
So
Yeah,
I'm not testing my ability to throw something from here into the pit.
No, keep that. The tracker on it is no longer good. Do I need to do this to each one, Steve?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. That's cool. That I am game. So
Yeah, go ahead, man.
And I will allow the spikes to go in each one. So I'm gonna just mark off 2 more. So a total of 3 spikes in scared.
Okay.
Second one is a 7, and the third one, I'm just gonna roll them all out, is an 8.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Okay. So
Beautiful.
on a 7.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So on the 10, it's I'm gonna let you do that. All
right, that was the first one.
On a
yeah.
7, you can choose 1. Oh, excuse me. Hold on. You're doing reconfigure.
I'm doing reconfigure.
Yeah, you have a 1. You can choose 1 of the effects.
Which is either have it die off or have it say that it's miles down the way.
Yeah, the change is not noticed. In other words, someone could be noticing that a change had occurred. You don't suffer any feedback, or your subconscious stays repressed.
Give me them again, because I have to choose one, right?
Sure. Yeah. You rolled a 7, so you have to choose 1. So you don't suffer any feedback, or the change goes unnoticed.
The change goes unnoticed.
Okay. Or your subconscious stays repressed. So you want to keep the change unnoticed?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll have to find out exactly what the working with the subconscious means. Maybe we'll find that out later. You mentioned you got a 7 on the 2 of them, on the 2 rolls.
Oh, no, and an
7
8
and
on the
8.
next one.
8. Okay, and that's gonna be the same effect.
So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add my +2 to that just to make that one a 10.
Yep. And you get all 3 on that second one.
So
Not at all.
So with the
No problem.
subconscious, it says when you enter any digital environment, you may frame the scene, choose 3 things that bleed over into the digital environment. So let's see. So it could be either, and this is your choice, Steve. Manifestation of my fear. It triggers a place where I have once visited, or repressed memory. One of my deepest memories, or it puts me into some kind of weird limbo stasis in my head.
You understand that the second one that you had begun working in, there's a risk of them being able to find out who it was that had done this. So the fear, you begin feeling that start coming up of discovery, and you know what reclamation means.
So it's good. It's good. Yeah. We'll be fine. So all of these are all of these will be good. We won't be tracked or anything like that. Hey Doc, you mind if I have one of those immunopatols? I'm feeling a little shaky after that last little bit there. It's not my first hit. It's not my first hit. I've done this before, so I just want, if you could just spare one. That'll help me out a little bit, kind of level out a little bit, ease the mind.
I pull one out of the crate.
Sure. Yeah, you have like a lifetime supply.
Yeah, we're good.
Is that one of those ones that are intramuscular, or you got the pills there?
It's an
What?
auto
I told you I've done
injector.
this before.
Yeah, no,
Huh?
it's an auto injector. Take it, jam it, you're good.
Yeah. So Killian kind of takes it and, kind of like in an embarrassed fashion, just makes his way across the room, and you just see his back to you as you hear like a hit on his meat, and it that's it as he takes the hit.
As a little bit of a hard framing, the drone signals are now gone. Or excuse me, the signals of locators are now gone. Wow, you guys have been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for this. Goblin TV, Goblin Cave TV, rating with 5. What's up, guys? We're in a little bit of a tense moment, so we're just going to continue going for a second. You hear a voice coming through. Hey, guys, are you all right there? Your heart is spiking a little bit there, buddy. You okay?
Yeah. I'm fine. That one of them hit me kind of hard there, Dita, but I'm good, brother. I'm good. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that.
All right, you guys okay? You got goods and all that?
Yeah, dog.
These shits had fucking trackers on them. I was able to bypass it and have it go down a couple miles before I killed them. But besides that, yeah, we're good.
What the fuck you mean they got trackers on them?
It's not a complicated concept detail.
No. I know that, but everything there had been guaranteed to me. All right, I'll meet you up at the square.
As detail shows kind of like distress over that, I'm gonna immediately start looking over the crate of the
suppressors. Yep.
You take a look and there's a tracker down at the bottom.
I think just a moment of panic. I like dump the drugs on the floor of the hideout and just with this crate in a claw just sprint towards the pit and chuck it in.
Okay.
The drug.
Now, just to clarify, okay, it was stated by Kode that before we go in, I want to do this one thing. So you guys have not stated that you yet went in. Therefore, it's a good chance that the trackers don't know that you're inside of a building. Mm-hmm. So with that, Dr. Faustus, where you are, I estimate about 2 blocks away. And you also know that the pit is a huge area. You have to get through all the buildings before you can get to the center of it. You guys are just on the outskirts of the district.
Knowing that, then.
But there is a nice little construction area somewhere nearby and probably some heavy machinery in action.
Yeah, I'm gonna I guess if we're still outside of the building, I'm gonna lay my like big overcoat down on the ground, dump the drugs onto it.
Okay.
Go get those inside. I'm gonna take the crate, bring it over to that construction site, and find like I don't know if they have like a pile driver running. Just chuck it under it.
Yeah, not a problem. You do, and the workers are kind of like, what the fuck? That whole thing just gets completely smashed. The scene changes really quick as we focus in on a little tracker that was there. Bits and pieces of it start breaking off just due to the sheer pressure of the pile driver. And then we see the signal beginning to lift off, and then it dies. Killian, you understand that a certain portion of a signal had gone out. You saw the ones in the Zeros and the Veil from that. However, you don't feel that it got too far. But whatever it is, you guys may be humped or not. You can probably expect a little bit of tension and trouble in the near future. But whoever planted that...
Yeah, whoever had the need to track those goods, they're gonna be mighty pissed off once they realize that shipment is missing. Let alone the fact that they're gonna trace it, not necessarily into the compound, but the general vicinity. You guys probably couldn't see it, but there was still some 1-0s that are able to dissipate into the ether up there. So I guarantee you some signal at least last pinged in this general location of this construction site. So we're gonna have to stay a little frosty when we make our moves.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. That was the right thing to do. I'd rather you have fucking done it there than over here, back at the compound.
Guys, there's under no circumstances should there be any kind of a tracking device. You can hear detail, and you can hear that in his voice.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me this shit was supposed to have been cleared?
100% cleared. My inside.
So you said we were humped by one of your insiders?
Fuck.
Hey,
I gotta go.
Let me get a couple of those real quick.
Yeah.
Later, Deets.
Before you can even say that, the signal was cut, and the drone went and flew off.
Hey, that's not fucking good. When the fixer gets hit, you know we're in some serious shit.
Do we have to move our HQ right now?
Well, I mean, we're in the construction site here, which is where that signal was last said. You know, the corporals are probably going to send some of their security units to do a sweep, but I'd say at least we keep it moving. If we don't have any of the product on us or inside that location, we'll probably be safe. So, well, I don't think the spot is necessarily compromised because the signal was a decent distance away from where we're at. They're going to be looking for some shit. So if they get some kind of weird ass legal, they don't even need legal shit. They're just going to try to bust in. When they bust in and start trying to flip fucking tables looking for shit, let's just make sure they don't find anything, you mean?
If you all right with it, I We can get this stuff loaded up into a crate here. I can call my guy over and have that crate brought over to the clinic.
Well, what's left of the contents? We got the contents, and we got these hearts. One I'd like to use for taking care of a loved one, but I have an idea. Where did you take that? The one that had the tracker in it, Doc?
The crate?
Yeah.
I tossed it under the pile driver down the street.
Alright, I'm gonna take a couple of these and I'm gonna throw these in one of the workers' lockers. That way it'll throw off something if they're found. And, you know, they track every fucking thing around here, so somebody sees, oh man, suddenly I got stuff in my locker that matching the serial number, DZ or GZ or whatever it is. It'll all follow that. So give me a couple of these and I'll plant them on there. It may seem like a waste, but it'll get them off our trail, you know?
Yeah.
Alright.
While Kode goes down the street, in order to take care of that, we turn our focus over to Haven. Emotions have been running high immediately, and of course, and with good reason. However, there is a dull sense of complacency that continues to run all throughout the city. You can feel nearby the desperation like a steady, slow pulse of a heart that is just scrambling to stay beating, coming from the pit, and everything that is. Just outside of the pit where you guys are, by the grid, the district that contains the vast majority of offices for many of the mega corporations in this area, you can feel the greed and the sense of anger that constantly drives that. Between despair and anger, you're caught and trapped. However, you also understand what it is to steel yourself against such things. So, you do whatever it is that you need to do, but the pulse of the city is still beating, albeit a little bit slow. We're going to take a quick 5-minute intermission, and just so we can take care of bio breaks and everything like that, and then we're going to come right back with the return of Kode. We'll see you in 5. Hey guys, we're back. So, but we were just talking about the game just a little bit during the break and whatnot, and seeing how the pacing was and other things like that. Since this is my first time ever running any kind of a Cyberpunk game, and also I don't know the rules, so really kudos to Mike, who actually has to get going in about 24 minutes, so we may end up wrapping this up just a little bit early. And then after that, we're going to go before or immediately after the game ends. We're going to talk with the players really quick, address their characters' beliefs, and then assign some XP. So, having said that, Kode, or rather, you guys ready?
Yes.
All right, let's come back. Kode, you ended up running down the street. You found where a lot of the workers were, and you found their personal trailer that, you know, typically loads in the workers during the day and then loads them back out to some godforsaken place at the end of it. And in there you do find some personal, you know, lockers and what have you. You stick some of the immunibatol into the lockers, and you manage to get out just fine. You come back. What's tension like? Where is everyone's vibe? Are you inside the place, and what are you doing?
I can tell you right now, walking up, Kode, you would think that his heart would be racing from sprinting back and forth. It's racing from the potential of getting caught.
So fear's running high.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
Faustus is definitely just in like business survival mode. He's like dumping these auto injectors into a crate, at the same time contacting his like surgical assistant that he calls up occasionally.
Okay.
Anon is typically a cool-headed individual when it comes to these kind of interactions, but he's still feeling a little bit off from taking on all that emotion when he was working on the locating units. So he's still a little bit shook. The drugs that he took is kind of, you know, slowly taking its effects on him and cooling him down, but he's still in a more heightened state than usual.
Okay.
I think that whenever Kode comes back and everyone's back together, Haven, I just am absorbing like this molasses kind of like tension and like kind of like this weird masking everyone's doing. So as soon as the door opens, like I snap out of it. I'm like, can everybody just fucking cool it for a second? Like everybody just chill, take a breath. Kode, take a breath. Listen. That shit, they want it, they track it, but they don't go like 2 or 3 steps. So you gave it to you took it 2 steps beyond. We're fine. They're greedy. They want their shit, but they're not gonna like waste time out here trying to track it down. You know what I mean? Can we all just take a breath?
No, I agree with that. The only thing that really gets me shook a little bit is how long have we all worked with details? You know what I mean? To hear that his ass is a little shook with his connect, that's my only thing. You know what I mean? Our fixer shouldn't be as worried about the shit as he is. So the fact that he's being double crossed a little bit means that wires were crossed. So whoever he feels we pissed off was enough of that boy to hang up on us, and he never really disconnects the way that he did. So I'm just more concerned of the fact of his personality type and the fact that he never leaves us on the wire like that. You know what I mean? So I got him in the back of my mind. I mean, you're right. As far as the security and the cops is coming along, you know what I mean? Them assholes is just gonna do their job. You know, they're just gonna get that quick paycheck, and then they're gonna go over there, you know, to that burger joint down in the alleys and just get their greasy shit and get it moving. You know what I mean? They don't really care too much about us, but I'm really more concerned about details.
Hey, Doc.
What's up?
We don't have much history, but aside from what we did tonight, let's think about the big picture real quick, you know? Let's just hear me out, and this is especially for you because you get to live a little longer because of what we got here, and that's all we could really ask for, right?
Yeah.
We're expendable. The sin is here in this entire region, everywhere really. We are all expendable, like a product, like this fucking immunoblocker right here. See this? See how I can just throw it across the room? See how I did that? That's what we're like to these fucking corpos. Now, we have to run around just to keep our people that we give a fuck about alive. Doc, you'll have to worry about the rest of your life making sure you have something that we rely on from these scumbags, right?
Yeah.
We all risked our lives for an opportunity to live 1 month, maybe longer than what we subscribed for. You saw those people back at the factory? Yo, they wasn't even paying attention to what was happening. We could have been there for shits and giggles to cut a throat, and they would have been like, and died on the floor. Like, where's the value in that? What do we... I'm just stressed out. And Haven, I don't even know how you do it and how you pick up, because I was trying to keep on a big face, but this is some shit that would have fucked us up. And this is small time. And Dietz is having an issue right now. Whoever's gave him this job, you know they're up to something. So I'm just gonna I need a bit. Like y'all could call me. I don't have the comm. Look, I can't hear nothing once I take these off. So, like, if y'all want to communicate with me,
Listen, you got your phone still though, right? I did buy you that phone.
No, it's this fucking communicating thing talks to your bones, your skull. I don't know what the fuck you guys got up.
That's what I'm saying. It connects right over here. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna be wearing this all the time, and what I'm saying is, y'all just give me a minute, all right? Just like, yo, Doc, handle your shit. Thank you for letting me grab this one. I'm gonna take care of somebody I really care about with this, and I might even hit you up. But please, like, let's minimize this crazy nonsense. All right? Can we do that? At least for me.
Listen, if you need somebody to install that piece, let me know.
Yeah. All right. We'll link up.
Hey, yo, yeah.
Cody begins to like get his belongings together.
Yeah, Cody,
and get ready to go.
easy. Stay neon, son. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
All right.
With tension running high, do any calls need to be made by the doctor? You said that you were reaching out to someone?
Yes, I'm calling my the guy that I use as a surgical assistant occasionally.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you want me to roll link now, or?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's do that now.
All right.
In the meantime, Cody is like trying to figure out how to adjust these glasses to get like a map, and so he can walk halfway up back home and then figure out if he can get like a ride without getting tracked. And he's like spinning it wrong. Trying to get, like,
Okay.
model, right? He's like, how the hell?
I got a 5, but considering
Ooh.
that I want to be on good terms with my surgical assistant, I'll use my +5 to.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, make it a 10? Okay.
Yep.
All right, totally cool. So on a 10, so the relationship is, of course, in good standing. What can you tell us about this individual?
His name is Hacksaw. He is my surgical assistant.
Great name.
For any kind of jobs that I need an extra set of hands for. He's the guy I call. He lives in the pit close to the clinic, but he I've basically drilled into his head the importance of like hygiene, and that when you're in my clinic you're a doctor, you're not a pit viper.
Okay.
And I really think he's just in it for a job. Like Faustus, a lot of what he makes from doctoring goes back into the community in terms of like helping people secure food.
Okay.
And Hacksaw is definitely like a big guy, because every time the doctor calls him, he's like, listen, you help me. I need you to hold that guy's bones together so I can epoxy them, and I will buy you 3 burgers.
So he's a big guy.
Yeah, no, he's a big dude.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Let's do it.
Hacksaw.
Yeah.
Right. I got a crate full of medical supplies.
What? Like the big kind, or like the little kind of supplies, or like what are we talking about here?
We'll call it mixed medical supplies.
Okay.
Over an unsecured line.
Okay. Oh. Oh,
You're
okay.
using an unsecured lock. Oh, jeez, I gotta upgrade his shit.
But I just need you, all right,
Yeah,
to take the power jack,
got it.
bring it to my vacation home.
Okay, hold on. Okay, got it.
Right?
Okay.
You're gonna come get this crate and bring it back to the clinic. All right?
To the Vic. Yeah. Have a nice holiday, Doc.
Of course, you too.
I'll talk to you in a little bit, okay?
Yep. I'll
All
see
right.
you when I get back.
Okay. Hugs and kisses.
Yeah. I just hang up.
Okay.
Fully having that long, awkward silence.
Crazy's like, this is left again.
I love the name.
A little while later, there's a knock at the door.
I'll go check it.
Yeah, you take a look on the monitor,
Yeah.
and all you see is a
hear
giant
the
ass chest. It's like kind of turning around every now and then, but the camera's like totally missing it. You see a little bit of like a neck.
I was about to say, do I see any kind of like encoding, like a badge number or anything like that?
No.
Oh,
No. You see like almost like trauma team garb, but not quite.
oh, okay. Oh, is this
It's
your boy
scrunched.
over here? Big lug over here. And I hit the hollow so he can kind of see the image.
Yeah, you guys just see. Yeah, you switch over to the other camera, and you can see. Yeah, there's a guy there. He almost dwarfs the building.
Yeah, whose man's is this? Is this you, Faustus?
Yeah, that's Axel.
Oh, all right. And then I open the door. Like,
Hey, how you doing?
doing all
Holy
right.
shit.
Yeah, hold on for a second. Hey, Doc. Good to see you again, all the way down there.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
Is
So-
this? Do you eat like nothing but beta proteins? Like what?
Oh no.
Down that organic shit.
It's definitely organic. It's the freshest you can find. People, after they die. Anyway,
Say
look,
less.
we've got this thing here. Is this what you were looking for, Doc?
Yeah, that's going back to the clinic.
You got it. Okay. You told me to
Right.
come to the vacation home.
Yeah. This is Axel. This is the vacation home.
Okay, I was just making sure, Doc. Hey, so hold on. Let me put this thing down. Okay. Where in the clinic do you want this thing to go?
The back room with all the other medical supplies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Like I rummage around in my pockets and I find like a half off coupon for like a burger at like one of the, just like the greasy chain places, and I go, right, since this is really half a job, it's not anything medicine. We're not doing medicine. We're moving medicine. Here's your pay.
Hey, I like
How's
this place.
Burger Chain?
It's Burger Chain. How you?
You've been fucking holding out.
Yo,
They're cool.
stop.
Never mind,
Yo,
never
you
mind.
know,
I'm
you
not-
yo, listen. You know the superstition. If you say their name, they move to the next location. We gotta stumble on that. Stop doing like I know, haha. It's a superstition. Nah, that shit works. Like I said that shit last week. I went down on what was it, the 7th? Oh well, it's much further up here than y'all know. But I said that shit. It was gone the next day.
That
So
was
mad.
you? You did that.
I Haven. All right.
That was,
come on,
that was a
Cody.
really
Yeah, that
convenient location.
Doc,
know.
I'm gonna get going if that's okay.
Yeah, that's a
with you.
good idea.
All right, I'll see you later.
I'm sorry. It was forced to have it.
No, it's all right. I'm pretty sure Axel was kidding about eating people.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah, at
A
all.
little bit. Nope.
I've never seen him. Have I seen?
A couple minutes pass
not
by
have been
as you guys are very clearly confused as to whether or not the good doctor's friend eats people. Moving on from that just for a moment, while your conversation continues, unfortunately, the scene does change just for a little bit. You can hear the dull roar of something very often you do across the city skies. Something coming in, something leaving the area, or what have you. Usually it's in this particular area, usually they're just clearing out bodies and what have you. But then you also hear... It then repeats. Or not. Alright, here we go. You recognize the light coming in from under the door. It spotlights in the area. You hear a comms just outside.
Hey, yo, it's the boys in Chrome. Fuck.
We got it.
All right. They gotta come check the spot. Yup. It's the boys. All right. Y'all know the fucking procedure, right? Just keep your fucking hands up. Let them see it when they come in. They'll do their little fucking sweep. We're good. Let them in and out.
You hear a chain gun going off in the distance.
Hey, yo, Cody, man. It's a little frosty out there, man. I mean, listen, do you?
Now's the time. I know you got your tracking things. They can't track me. Full organic. I told you should have did it. I gotta go.
Cody, if you need to get out of here, at least let me.
We are coming in hot. Weapons at the ready.
Let me do something for you, but you guys stay here. Cody, you slip out. Give me 15 seconds after I walk out there. And Anon and Haven, maybe start looking for a new hideout for us, because I don't think this one's gonna last much longer after this. And I, like, as I'm stepping outside, I leave the coat behind. With my big arm, I grab the heaviest looking thing I can see.
And this is where we're going to end this for today. We're going to pick this up next week. Where's our... He's like, fucking, I'm out.
Parkour.
I didn't know this place had fucking windows.
Every episode needs to end with him parkouring out of the scene.
Gotta go.
Oh, dude, that was amazing. All right, let's go with this really quick. So, in Powered by the Apocalypse, The Veil, one of the things that we're going to be doing is going over the characters' beliefs and see whether or not anything today had challenged those beliefs and what have you. Mike, did I say that correct? Because I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yep.
Cool. So, all right. Cody, let's go over your beliefs real quick, and we're going to go around the table here and go over them. Now, typically what I would do is write down your beliefs and which ones I want to test in this particular piece of fiction, but I'm curious, just so we can all get to know your character, what are your beliefs? We're going to go around the table really quick and discuss that. We have 6 minutes.
Okay, my first one is I have a responsibility to my monkey sphere. It's a deeper philosophy for that, but I'm going to cut to that so we can get on time. My second one is technology has evolved with us, but we have been left behind by technology.
Now, how do you feel about that, considering that we needed tech for the doctor?
With the fact that we needed tech, I believe we wouldn't even been in this situation if everybody wasn't reluctant or wasn't reliant on like all these cyber implants. Like we wouldn't have to deal with these people if we just ate food, grew naturally, and worked a healthy life. But he understands that the world changed without us, so that follows. That actually is the closest thing that's challenged with the second one.
Wizard Fizzbang, thank you so much for the raid. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Hi, friends.
Hello.
Appreciate you.
Okay, cool. So you believe? Okay, hold on. Where I had
that was my second one.
Yep. Go ahead. Give me the third.
And the third one is we are some of our experiences with a bit of wonder to keep us honest.
Okay. We're going to go through the rest of them for everyone. Then we're going to go back and assign the XP. Haven, what do you have?
So mine is Reformation is too late. The only way to overcome the oppressive state is to burn it all down. And people power is the greatest weapon of resistance. And kill one, save 1,000.
Do you feel that there was anything that connected with that? And if so, we'll come back and discuss that.
Probably.
Okay, cool. Eric, what do you got, man?
All right, so mine are big corpo should respect and has no rights over bodily autonomy and privacy. Second is one's reality should be up to themselves to mask and manipulate as they desire. And the third one was an explosion over a pinch is justifiable if it is for the betterment of one's protection.
Okay. Do you feel that any of those were touched on by any chance during this nice little piece of fiction tonight?
Yes, the
Okay.
first one.
Okay. So we're going to
The
come back to
bodily
that.
autonomy.
And lastly, Mike, let's take care of you in full force.
Sure. My beliefs are first, I'm obligated to do something good with the time that I've been given.
Okay.
2, the corporations have nothing positive to offer. We'd be better off without them. And 3, I am a decaying monster. Getting close to people will scare them at best and harm them at worst.
Okay, so let's take care of you first, Mike. Any of these were touched on or challenged tonight?
Sure. I think the corporations having nothing positive to offer was definitely touched on, given that the sort of whole impetus for that break-in was the fact that I needed a proprietary anti-rejection drug
Yeah, and one
because of them turning off my heart pump.
Well, yeah. I mean, you don't leave the corporation with their
Yeah.
hardware inside of you. So.
Yeah, that's my fault, according to them.
It is your fault. Was there? Did any of your beliefs? And the same questions are going to go around to the three of you. Were any of your beliefs challenged to the point to or not challenged? Did it get you in trouble?
I believe my third belief was about to get me into trouble. The idea that being this sort of falling apart monster, it's better to sort of like do things for people as opposed to get close to people.
Yeah.
Because I'll be real with you, I was about to step outside and throw something at the nearest police vehicle.
Okay. All right. So all right. So we have one here that was challenged or tested. The other one didn't really come out to fruition yet.
Yes.
Okay.
Obligated to do something good with the time I've been given did not really come up much this time.
Okay. So you are going to get an XP for that. Eric, working backwards here, or actually, let's come back over to Mike. Was there anything else that you wanted to bring up?
No, I think that's everything. I'm gonna head to bed so I don't get sick.
Okay. Are you going to leave your camera on?
I can leave my camera on. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right, Kevin. Let's go over to Kode. Thanks a lot, man.
Goodbye.
Bye. Kevin, do we have you? First off, were any of your beliefs challenged or tested tonight?
Tested for the first one, which is I have responsibility in my monkey sphere, because obviously everyone within this circle are amongst the monkey sphere, so to speak. That was I had to take care of the doc. The doc had to be taken care of, and that meant that Kode had a responsibility of making sure he was good. But the one that was real tested was the technology evolving beyond us and us being controlled ultimately by it. He doesn't think it should be. Like, we couldn't do anything without him or one of us having to worry about failure. Like, every motion we made, whether it was facial recognition, being tracked, having cameras go through, you can't live with that. And it showed the entirety of this session.
Okay. Did you get into any kind of a trouble because of your beliefs? You stood fast or anything like that?
Actually, no. It was actually beneficial for the most part. But it just made everything difficult. Involving in technology, like the honed really don't want to deal with any augments, which is why the only thing he has is stuff that he can put on or take off. That's as far as that goes.
Makes sense. All right, so you get 2 XP for tonight. Erin, any of your beliefs tested or challenged?
Yeah, I think Kode is going to be a big challenge to people. Power is the greatest weapon of resistance because of how often he wants to book it. And I think that Haven appreciates the need to survive, being like very, very poor and amongst poor. But also that is a strong belief. So if somebody is branching off, it's going to definitely impact her.
Okay, so a challenge was made. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get into any kind of a trouble because of your beliefs?
I don't think this time. No, I think maybe no. No, solidly no.
Okay, all right, not a problem. So you get 1 XP for tonight. And Eric, tested or challenged?
All right, so let me just click back here to where I was just.
Great one.
I apologize. I actually ended up clicking off of where the hell I was.
I can read them.
Yeah, can you read mine real quick?
Yeah, the first one is Big Corpo should respect and has no rights over bodily autonomy and privacy.
That was a huge one right there, right off.
Yeah, I would say yes.
That's when I first learned about Mike's character. I was like, "Holy shit!"
So this is kind of weird, though. Was it tested or challenged or proven? To me, the corporations. Oh no, they shouldn't have that. So it was tested. It's
just
tested.
Turn off his valve. That's the whole reason why we had to even do the job to begin with.
Yep. Okay.
So that was absolutely tested
works.
and challenged.
Yep.
Yeah. And that. What was my second one?
Did you get
once reality should be up to themselves to mask and manipulate as they desire.
Well, I manipulated somebody else's reality, but so I challenged theirs. What was the third one?
An explosion over a pinch is justifiable if it is for the betterment of one's protection.
That was about to go the fuck down if those popo go through that door.
Did you get in trouble because of any of your character's beliefs?
Yeah, absolutely. The tracking device I was on there would clearly piss somebody off. Obviously, Big Pharma is going to come after us about that, or whomever details agitated, that kind of flipped on us is definitely going to have something to say about the items that are in our possession, let alone the fact that they're not able to be retrieved or tracked at this point.
Okay.
So
All right. So we're going to get you 3 XP for tonight. Now, in the future, the way that this is all going to be handled, the beliefs are going to be handled a little bit more by the book. We're going to go over them and a little bit more, just differently. But tonight, overall, I hope that you guys liked it. We're going to wrap up now. We're going to head over into our Discord server. We're going to go into the after party. We're going to get that started in just a little bit. In Discord, it says that it starts in 45 minutes. We're going to start up a little bit early. So if you're able to join us, come and follow the link in the chat. I'd love to have you over there where we get to discuss whether or not I totally fucked it up, whether or not the story was good, how the players did, etc. And also, Manda, are you hanging out with us? Manda's the mod, the invisible mod that you can't see.
Amanda has an early morning.
Amanda has an early morning. Okay.
Good night, Amanda.
No, I'm hanging out. I'm not falling asleep yet, so I can't give Kevin any content.
Okay. Okay. So either way, if you want to come and join us and come in and chat with us, by all means, there's I have to create the spoiler chat. Holy crap. There's not even spoiler chat there. Shit. All right. So give us about 10 minutes or so. We'll hop on over there for Goblin Cave TV. Thank you so much for the raid earlier on. Really, really appreciate that. We also had Wizard Fizzbang also raided us with 3. So guys, thank you so much for that. Erin, geez, gift much? Thank you.
It was payday.
It was payday. Thank you so much for helping keep the channel alive. And for everyone else, you've been absolutely amazing. This is Kill City Sinners, the first time ever running Cyberpunk. If you liked it, we'll see you next week, next Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And if not, drop us a comment in Discord and tell us what it is that you did not like about it. This way we can grow. We'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic evening, everyone. Take care.